Gareth and Dave. Thank
All
you
right,
very
hello everybody. My name is Garrett. I will be one of your presenters for today's webinar. I'm not a big fan of wasting people's time, so we're going to go ahead and start right away. Just let me share my slides here, and we are good. So today is all about you folks, and really the reason that we do these presentations live every week, twice a week, is that in my mind there is no better way for us to help you help yourself. And there's this old saying that I'm sure everyone knows, and honestly I say it every single time we do these presentations. And the saying is this: if you give someone a fish, you can feed them for a day. But if you teach someone to fish, you feed them for a lifetime. And that really applies here. You know, we're not teaching how to fish, but we are going to give you all the knowledge, all the training, and all the support that you need to start your own online business, take control of your financial situation, and ultimately take control of your life. Now, I know that given the choice, probably most people would prefer to work on their own terms, right? To work on their own schedule and, I mean, really just work for themselves. So why doesn't everybody? Well, maybe they haven't figured out a way to do it yet. Maybe they don't have the confidence to do it by themselves, or maybe they just haven't come across the right opportunity yet. Well, I'll tell you right now, guys, that is why we're here tonight. We are that opportunity. So, guys, the system we're going to kind of walk you through tonight has literally been designed by the experts to work for everyday average people like you and me. And it's honestly, it's as comprehensive as it can be. Okay, our system has all the sales tools, the training, the mentorship, even the right products for you to get plugged into and get up and running in the shortest amount of time, kind of build momentum in your business and start achieving results. Okay, and I love this because for all of you that don't have any business background or any experience with technology or anything like that, guys, this can still work for you because the system has already been built and it's managed for you. Okay, now we're going to talk a lot about systems today, and we're going to try to keep it really fun. I think you're really going to enjoy this, but to prove my point here and really, hammer home what's possible here, I'm going to bring on my co-presenter. Now, this guy's been working online for years now. He's been with us for about, how long has it been, Dave?
It's been 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a journey, and the things that Dave's done with the system is absolutely astronomical. So I'm not going to steal your thunder. I'm going to bring on my good friend Dave.
All right. Thank you so much, Garrett. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Good morning, good evening. Maybe it's midnight where you're tuning in from. We are a global business. Again, my name is Dave, and I do this business with my beautiful wife, Roxanne, and my handsome son, Caleb. I love saying this every time I go into a webinar room like this, that there are no accidents. There's only a divine appointment. You're supposed to be here because think about it. You could be somewhere else today. You could be watching TV with your family, going to the mall, or maybe preparing dinner or preparing lunch for your work tomorrow. But for some reason, you are here, right? There's a message here. There's an idea here. But more importantly, there's a solution here that's for you. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because just 5 years ago, I was in this exact same webinar room. And at that point, we were not in a good place. In fact, I was stressed out of my mind because we were in $86,000 of consumer debt. Creditors were calling us left and right. I had more gray hairs going than I wanted to. To make things worse at that particular moment, the apartment that we were living in for years, we got evicted. I remember receiving that letter and giving a deadline. My wife and I, we were so afraid. We blamed each other. We were fighting. And it was also kind of our lowest point. And I remember my wife praying this very powerful prayer. She said, Lord, lead us to the right solution, lead us to the right business. And it wasn't long after that we saw an ad. And a lot of you are here because of an ad, right? And it asked us to, watch a webinar, and, we took action, and the rest is history. In 16 months, we paid off all of that $86,000 in consumer debt. We're debt free now, and it's hard to explain that. When you're debt free, when you don't have responsibilities like that, your smile is a bit bigger, your jump is a bit higher, the sun just shines better. And and I think for me, what's priceless is that 2 years ago, we had our son Caleb, and because of the freedom of this business, the time freedom, I was there in every single milestone that that's been for the last 2 years. And just recently, one of the biggest thing that we've accomplished, 3 years ago, we purchased our home, and just last year, we paid it off, $550,000 of mortgage in under 3 years. And it's just surreal because it was 5 years ago that we got evicted. We started the business. 2 years later, we bought a home. And today we are mortgage free. I remember when mortgage free, we were celebrating, like, we're mortgage free. We're so excited. We are so happy. And you know what? We want that happy feeling for you, whatever that is, that you're here, because tonight is not about us. It's about you. Today, we're going to cover what this webinar will cover is that how you can start your own online business and grow it quickly, how you can start making money as quickly as possible using our system. And this still blows my mind, how virtually anyone, young, old, with experience, no experience, as long as you're willing to be coachable and plug into our system, you can start making money online. What I see for the last 5 years here is that people are really living their life by design, whatever that is. So the question is, why are people making a move online, right? And again, this is not even, a question anymore, because, what the pandemic has done, it has normalized working from home. Employers have found out that, people are more affected at home, and people love working from home. I have a friend that during the pandemic, they were forced to work at home, and now that we're back, right, they're doing this hybrid thing where they go back to to work 2 days. He doesn't really like it. That's why this online thing has been normalized now. That's why I'm so grateful that we live in an era that there's an internet, right? And I asked Google before we started this. I said, Google, right, how old is the internet? And the Google said it's just under 30 years old, right? It's very young. And it works 24/7. That's why, Garrett, I love this quote. It says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die.
Absolutely. And isn't that the truth, Dave? Right? It's so important in life to find something that will actually work while you don't. Okay. And something we say a lot around here, guys, is that data doesn't lie. The numbers don't lie. And we've got people all around the world using this thing. And what some of these folks like Dave even have done is absolutely incredible. It would have been possible, though, if they weren't working online. Now, how did they do it? Well, they do it the same way that you're going to do it when you plug into our platform. Okay, that's the beauty of this, guys. And I really love this slide because it really shows you the variety of people that the system is working for, right? These are regular, everyday folks like you and me from all walks of life. And I'm talking teachers and realtors and firefighters and mortgage brokers and artists and I don't know, you name it, right? Every different kind of person that you can imagine. So really it kind of comes down to, is this for you? And people ask that, 100% it is. You know what I mean? This is the 21st century, guys. This is super easy. Just think, right? Have you bought anything online in the last 24 hours even? I know I have. I know Dave probably has too. Right? And people are still buying their groceries online because we just kind of gotten so used to it these days. Right? And it's just too easy to not do it. So that's why I say ultimately this is for everyone, right? And just to bring it back kind of to me for a second here, kind of talk about what drove me to get to where I am today and what drove us to start working online. Before I started working online, I was in the Navy for 12 years, like I said. And something I realized really quickly once I met my wife and once we started having babies was that time is the one thing that you can't get back. Okay. And I spent so much of my time away from my family while I was deployed, and I'm talking months on end, right? I would leave and I would miss kids' birthdays. I would miss first words and first steps, right? All these huge milestones in their lives. And that was all because I wasn't in control of what I did with my own time, right? And now what's so beautiful about our system and the automation that we're using is that it removes a huge part of that human element of running a business, right? So at the end of the day, my time is my time, right? To do with as I please, because, our system doesn't sleep. The internet doesn't sleep. It doesn't take breaks. You don't have to be there to monitor things every second of every day. So I can literally spend all the time in the world doing exactly what I want to do. And don't get me wrong, there is work to be done here. This isn't just a push a button, get rich thing. Okay. But with the automation we have, we really kind of, alleviate the pressure of doing everything yourself and really allow you to focus on what's really important here,